ready for my next Mazda video. We are going to look at RX-7s. I love the Mazda RX-7. We've had one in our family before. It was like a charcoal gray. I think it was about a 1982 model, something like that, of the original body style. I have 3 different generations of RX-7s to show you this time. Let's start with these couple of vintage ones that I have. So this is a Mazda RX-7 IMSA racing car, IMSA Racing Series race car. This isn't probably my oldest one here, this old Matchbox in the blue color with the box fender flares and everything. When I was a kid, these kind of cars, I thought they were just so cool. I actually found this one a few years ago at a flea market. This is a Tomica. This is quite a find, actually. This is a Tomica pocket car, RX-7 with the opening doors. This is another kind of IMSA. It's not quite as wild as the body kit on this one, but it is a racing version, so it's got the big wing and the really cool little fender flares, and I really like the wheels on this one as well. So those are first of that first generation. I actually have quite a few of the first gen RX-7s. So here's probably my most recently purchased one. This is a police version. I really doubt there was a police car, but hey, in Japan, who knows? They have all kinds of cool stuff there. So maybe they did have a police car version. So yeah. So let's see. Next, we have a first gen and a very cool, this is a Koni shock absorbers version with some really cool gold mesh wheels. You know, I don't know why they didn't do much of a tampo on this one, but I guess that's just how it is. Yeah, so there's another first gen. Here is I really actually like this color. This is similar to the Soul Red color that they do nowadays on Mazdas. I have a Soul Red CX-9 that I showed in the previous video, and actually has gold wheels. So this is kind of has some kinship to that vehicle that I've got. Here's one. I don't know if I like this one. It's got kind of a crazy orange color with plaid on the hood. Interesting. And but I do like the wheels. I like those kind of aero disc style wheels that they don't put on too many models nowadays. And I actually have a real car that I'm thinking about putting those on, but I'll let you guys know if I do. And then my last first gen RX-7 is this really nice blue color with silver rims. Kind of can't go wrong with a color scheme like that. All right. So next is the FC generation, which is the one that everybody says they styled after the Porsche 944. So I actually have a few different colors of this one. This is probably my favorite generation from just kind of a style and nostalgic standpoint. This came out when I was a junior-ish in high school, maybe a sophomore. Dating myself there again. But this is the one that they say, yeah, that they styled after the Porsche 944. But it just has such clean lines. It's a nice looking car, and it looks good in most colors. Here's a black one that I've got. And that one's got kind of the cool mesh wheels, just like the red one. Looks really good in black. I think white is kind of the quintessential color, like a RX-7 Turbo 2 in white. I think that's really speaks to me as a neat 80s car that I always admired and thought was really great. This one has some really interesting kind of 5-spoke white wheels that go really well with the color scheme. I've got this dark blue one. Very clean, kind of black wheels with a silver outline. Looks really nice in dark blue as well. I think the dark colors look cool. You know, I like how they do the different rendering on the front of each package with a different color. And then lastly for this, second to lastly for this generation, I've got this kind of wild lime green with mesh wheels. I mean, they probably came out with all the other colors, but I think the factory never, produced an FC in this color scheme. So yeah. And then the last one I've got is my most recently purchased one, which is a Matchbox moving parts version it's a convertible RX-7. Very cool, has an opening hood and nicely painted details inside. And I really dig that one. Hopefully you guys aren't getting too frustrated with me not opening these, but my Mazdas are really special to me and I kind of want to preserve them a little bit, and I appreciate your understanding on that. Okay, lastly is the really cool FD RX-7, and let's just start with kind of the most basic one I've got. This is a dark blue color one. Looks really cool next to the FC version right there, and very, very cool car. I always loved this shape. When it first came out, I almost couldn't believe it. I thought it was so awesome. I worked with a guy who owned one and took me for a ride, and I was just hooked. I would probably own one nowadays, but I've just heard they're so unreliable. But, you know, hey, maybe do an LS swap or something in it, right? All right. So here's kind of a wild sort of Hot Wheels racing team version with these cool, I haven't seen those gray multi-spoke wheels on too many Hot Wheels before, but that's a pretty cool looking one there. Again, orange. This seems like they come out with orange in different Mazda models. We had that Cosmo, the first gen RX-7, and then we have this FD third gen RX-7. Not very detailed on the tempo on this model, but you know, it's still a pretty cool looking car. All right, here is the Falcon tire version. I think the Falcon models are getting more popular. They're coming out. They came out with the Mustang. They're coming out with the whole. I think they came out with a whole set of Falcon cars. But here's that's kind of a cool racing Falcon version. Definitely could see that as at a track day, something like that, or a cool race. Here's another blue one. Seems like these look pretty good in blue. This one has gold wheels, whereas the previous one we looked at has the silver wheels. This one has some cool graphics on it. And the Mazda Speed, which I really dig. Mazda Speed is something dear to my heart. I love the Mazda Speed models, and they're so rare. And then, I don't know, you guys tell me, is this one a custom FD RX-7? It really looks like it, doesn't it? But it's actually just called 24/7. But I have seen FD RX-7s with these type of headlight kits on them before without the pop-up. And I don't know. I think this could be a custom FD RX-7. Let me know what you think. This lives in my collection with my RX-7s because it's such a close facsimile, has a similar shape, and reminds me of some of the tuner RX-7s I've seen out there. So that is the RX-7 collection. You know, I think if I had to choose a favorite, I might just go with this basic white FC. It's just such a clean car. It gives me good memories of back in the day when I was admiring these, and I really dig them. So anyway, in the next video, we're going to look at my collection of Miatas. So continuing the Mazda theme. Thanks for staying with me on this video. It's a little bit longer, but yeah, be sure to like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, and let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you.